Hello people of the internet, and welcome to somewhat of a tribute to this great little phone. So what we have here is the Sony Xperia Tipo. Now this is a mid-2012 budget smartphone. I have owned this smartphone for about 3 years, but I have used it for about 2.5, just standing in my drawer for about a few months, and I decided to make somewhat of a three-year review of the phone, somewhat of a tribute to the phone. But before that, let's talk specs. So, the phone has a 3.2-inch screen with a resolution of 320 by 480, which results to about 180 pixels per inch. The screen is scratch resistant, it's not Gorilla Glass. The phone is running Android 4.04 Ice Cream Sandwich. Under the hood is an 800 MHz Cortex A5 CPU coupled with half a gig of RAM. The GPU on the thing is Adreno 200, which is really low end. The storage on this thing is about 3 GB with 2.5 GB user available, but it is expandable with a 32 GB micro SD card. The camera is 3.15 megapixels and it is capable of 480p video, nothing special there. As I have mentioned before, this phone really does have low-end specs, an 800 MHz CPU, half a gig of RAM. And 5 minutes ago I did a factory restart, so it's stuck as much as it can be. Although this phone is rooted, as you can see, it does have the Xperia Tipo. It is rooted, but it does not have any mods, ROMs, nothing. It's just stock Android version that came, Android 4.0.4. So let's try out some apps, some games. Let's go to the Play Store. Now that I have logged in, as you can see, it is running the older version of the Google Play Store. Which actually I forgot how it looks. Let's try and find some games that are popular today, just to see how it runs. I mean, some free apps. Okay, let's try Give It Up. I tried this game on my phone. Let's install it. So, about this phone, some other stuff I want to mention. I got this phone, as I said, about 3 years ago, and when I got it, it was one of the top of the line budget phones you can get. Hold on, let me just focus. There we go. One of the top of the line budget phones, and I was really happy. But as time went on, it got slower and slower. I mean, my phone can't get slower. It just can't keep up with the modern standards. And on my birthday this year, I got a Microsoft Lumia 535. I was really happy with the phone. I am a Windows Phone fan, but the screen on that Lumia was really bad, and I had to replace it. Then I got 2 weeks ago, I got an LG Elfino, if that's how you say it. I got it and I used it for about 2 weeks, and the phone is really great, but internal storage is poop. And my mom had Huawei P7. The screen is cracked, but I gave my mom my LG and I took her Huawei, and I'm recording this with the Huawei. While it's installing, also a few things. The camera, which I will go over in a moment. As you can see, I do have a nasty scratch on it, and the back in general is in a rough neck, as you can see. Also, the power button's a bit squishy, it's mushy, it's really bad. So it has installed. Let's give it a go. And eventually it did load. Let me turn down the sound. Nope. Alright, let's see. I just want to mention something. I suck at this game. Oh. As you can see, it's running actually quite good, but it's worth to mention that this game is not really graphically intensive. It's basically a blast. It's basically a 2D platformer, but this game, for example, it does run without any major hiccups or whatsoever. So let's turn that off. And something else, as you can see, I think it did update the Play Store, which is good. Good. It did it quite fast. Let me try a benchmark. So my phone is starting to get really hot and I'm running out of storage. Anyways, what I wanted to say is that the keyboard on this thing is, well, when you get used to it, you can type actually quite fast, but it will begin to stutter, to lag. But never mind. I wanna do a benchmark. Oh wait. I forgot what the name of the app is. I know it's not on Antutu, whatever you call it. It's something else.
So it took a while, but I did install. I've also installed Antutu, so I'll try also that. And run full benchmark. We are averaging actually on some. Let me focus. On some spots it averages 20 FPS and some 60 on that test. Here we are around 30, 29 FPS. You can see now this one is the slowest, but still 20 FPS. I mean, for a 3-year-old budget low-end phone, that is not bad. Alright, so let's see the score. Wow, 1587 points. Let me just focus. Which is, well, I mean, it's quite obviously quite low. Anyways, let's try Antutu. I don't know how to say it in English. Antutu and Antutu. So I'll just go and test. Testing runtime performance. Now, of course, I will pause doing the test because we are still testing, but I do have two problems. Number one, the battery on the Tipo is low, and the battery on my phone, my Huawei, which I'm recording with, is low. So, yeah, bummer. As you can see, this test is going at around. Let me just focus. If I can focus at least, I will try to. Damn it, focus. Bloody autofocus. Why won't you? This is why I love my Lumia. I can have our manual focus. Damn it, focus. Right now it is about 5 FPS. Moments ago it was 1 FPS. So 3D performance on this phone is really... Oh shoot. The benchmark just crashed. Which is which is really sad. Let me just... I have 14% of battery left on my Huawei and about the same on my Tipo, so out here. Another thing I want to test is the camera. I mean, I can't test it, but I mean, you can't. I think I can take a picture of here. Some old notes, and as you can see, I mean, I don't know how well can you see it, but I mean, it's not the Huawei. It's not because of the camera. It's because of this phone. This camera is really, really bad. Although it does have a nasty scratch on the middle. Don't know if you can see it. But yeah, the camera is really bad, but it takes pictures relatively quick. Also, the speaker on this thing can get really loud, but so let's try the speaker. First of all, I need to turn on. Yes, X Loud is on. X Loud can really boost the volume of the phone. Let's try some. Not the loudest, but I'm not gonna. I don't know if there was under copyright. What else? Well, one other thing I want to mention: the battery on this thing. No matter how much I use it, you can run a day and a half on this thing with no problem at all. I don't know why is it on first. Oh yeah, because I did a restart. Yes, the battery. If you don't use it that much, you can go 2 days on the battery without charging. Really easy. The screen is, well, let's be kind. Let's just say the screen is bad. Viewing angles from the bottom are, well, okay, somewhat. Viewing angles from the side are okay, but from the top, if you just tilt the phone ever so slightly, the image it just goes black. So yeah, the screen really is bad. And one final thing I want to mention is the build quality. So yes, this phone is slow, has a crappy camera, low specs, screen is bad, solid speaker, but the build quality is. I've dropped the phone so many times. My sister dropped the phone, my baby sister dropped the phone, my friends dropped the phone. I scratched the phone, and it's still, I mean, yes, as you can see, again, from back it is in a rough shape, but it's still working. Mostly because how compact it is. It's really small. Can hit it, it won't happen anything. Nothing will happen to it. So yeah, this is somewhat a tribute to this great little phone. One other thing, if you root your phone, if your Xperia Tipo is rooted, you have tons and tons and tons of mods and different ROMs for it. There is a lollipop mod for this phone. It's not really real lollipop. It's somewhat of a skinned version of ice cream sandwich, but looks really nice. And it's really easy to install actually. I did brick this phone 2 times actually. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Xperia Tipo 3 years later. If you are planning to buy this phone today, don't do it. You can buy a much better phone for a low price. For example, the Moto E. So that is it. Thank you all for watching, and please subscribe and like, and I will be seeing you. Peace. The screen is shit.